Tonight on The Roast, Tony Abbott holds a tele-town hall meeting and Vladimir Putin is accused of stealing a Super Bowl ring. But first, a Greek court has ruled that the country's state television channel, ERT, which was shut down last week because of budget cuts, must now reopen for broadcasting immediately. The decision led to widespread celebration, where even the ERT's symphony orchestra began an outdoor concert outside its headquarters. Do I have to say, if Greece is looking to cut something out of its budget, perhaps a struggling television network doesn't need its own symphony orchestra? Still, it was just last Thursday when the Greek government cancelled the network out of the blue, right when I was watching my stories, and you can't even imagine my frustration at not finding out what happened to Orpheus on Homer and Away.
Orpheus, I know for years you've searched for the identity of your biological father, and now I can tell you that I am your...
You're his what? You're his what? I still don't know. And I wasn't the only one frustrated. More than 10,000 protesters rallied outside Greece's public broadcasting headquarters in support, which should have come as no real surprise because in a country with 27% unemployment, the #1 career is watching television. And the Greek Prime Minister, Antonis Samaras, described the network as a hotbed of corruption, especially because some ERT workers on the payroll hadn't shown up for years. Man, how do I apply for that job? Seriously, how do I apply for that job? Because it is entirely feasible that the ABC might become privatised by September.
Tony Abbott is facing internal pressure from Victorian Liberals to privatise the ABC and SBS if he wins the September 14 election.
Which means, of course, that this network might be pared back. And that means that Mark Humphries and Jazz Twemlow are already getting ready for the shift, which could happen. Maybe.
There's a bear in there and a chair. Do we still have that chair? No, the chair's gone. Okay. Something there inside. It's play school. Hello, my name's Mark. I'm speaking like a child, even though I trained at NIDA. Oh, look, it's Jazz. Hello, Jazz. Oh, what can you see through the broken window?
I can see little Ted sitting on top of a bin and he's having a look at the rocket clock, which is now pocket clock.
Wonderful, Jazz. Any sign of Big Ted?
There's only enough money for little Ted, Mark.
Okay, well, that's all we have the budget for today. Bye-bye.
And now it's time for Little Ted Tonight and his special guest, the ABC's cheapest talent, Mark Humphries.
Good question, Ted. No, not on my salary. G'day, welcome to the show. Now, obviously nothing grows on a soundstage, but we do have Jazz Twemlow, who's really starting to sprout. Jazz, do the thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Now, here we have a native twig tree. Does it need water? I guess it would use water. Yeah, okay. There's no water in this. What do you mean improvise? Improvise? You can't improvise water. You're not trained at NIDA.
They probably could have just used a real tree for that one. Anyway, next up tonight, politicians looking to make town hall meetings even more tedious are considering conducting them on landline telephones after Tony Abbott recently held a tele-town hall meeting in the marginal seat of Lindsay. Now, tele-town hall meetings are described as a mass phone hookup involving thousands of people in one call, or in the United States, what the NSA calls a phone call. It allows people on the phone to listen into policy discussion and push a button if they want to ask a question, with everyone else on the line effectively on hold, except that the hold music is Tony Abbott. Now, the mass phone-in system allowed 8,000 people from the Western Sydney seat of Lindsay the ability to speak to the opposition leader from their own living rooms on their landline phones, or, since you're watching ABC2, your parents' living rooms. Unfortunately, I only had Twitter, Facebook, Skype and the internet, so I had to find a different way to embrace this newfangled technology. Now, if any viewers at home aren't convinced by the potential of this new system, we at The Roast are spreading the message with this promotional video.
I'd love to attend a town meeting, but as a busy career woman, I don't have the time. If only there was some other way.
Now there is! Tele-Town Hall is all the fun of a town hall meeting from the convenient location of your landline phone.
Finally, a political forum that fits into my schedule.
It's portable.
You can stand here or here.
It's convenient.
Look, no hands.
Literally everyone has a landline.
Literally everyone has a landline.
Landline Tele-Town Hall. The future is calling. Hear, hear.
Here, here.
Yep, it sure is the future of yesterday. But at least at a regular town hall meeting, you know that the people are taking it seriously because they've made the effort to leave their home and go to the meeting. On the phone, people could be doing anything. Hey, everyone who participated in the last Telly Town Hall meeting, what were you doing on the phone while you were talking to Tony Abbott?
I cut my toenails.
I shaved my back.
I asked Tony Abbott about his foreign policy while on the bog. What?
We've got to get that camera out of Jazz's bathroom. Finally tonight, Russian President Vladimir Putin has been accused of stealing a Super Bowl championship ring from billionaire American Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. The ring, which is valued at $26,000, is tastefully encrusted with 124 diamonds that spell out the words World Champions, celebrating New England's global victory over only American teams. Now, according to Kraft, this video from 2005 shows Putin holding the ring that Kraft had just given him to look at, only Putin never gave it back.
Kraft reportedly said, "I took out the ring and showed it to Putin, and he put it on, and he goes, 'I can kill someone with this ring.' I put my hand out, and he put it in his pocket, and 3 KGB guys got around him and walked out."
Note that Putin didn't say, "I could kill someone with this ring." He said, "I can kill someone with this ring." So if there's an unsolved murder in Moscow right now involving a dead body with a dent in his face that kind of looks like this, I think we've found our guy. But that's just the tip of this ringberg, because just the other day, Kraft claimed he was advised by the White House that it would be in the best interest of American-Russian relations if he dropped the matter. Now that's because right now, Putin and Obama are involved in high-level negotiations at the G8 summit. And for more, let's cross now to Nick Richardson. Nick.
Tom, this whole ring thing could start World War III. Sure, it makes a great dinner party anecdote, but this Kraft guy needs to settle down and shut his mouth. Some of the biggest wars in history were started by the most incidental action.
Oh, but it's such a little thing, Nick.
The War of Jenkins' Ear, Tom, 1739. We all know that one. Spanish sailors boarded a British vessel and cut off the captain's ear, so the English declared war on Spain. Death toll, 500,000.
Okay, but that is a man's ear, Nick, not something you just get from playing football.
1969, Tom, the Football War. El Salvador loses a game of football and they decide to exact revenge by waging war on the Hondurans. 3,000 dead.
All right, that is terrible, but still, it's just one ring.
The War of the Ring, Tom, in the Third Age of Men. One greedy hobbit stole a ring and it caused the greatest war Middle-earth has ever seen. We lost 10,000 Uruk-hai in the Battle of Helm's Deep alone.
Yeah, didn't learn about that one in history class.
Yeah, read a book, Tom. So for the sake of American-Russian relations, this New England Patriots coach should just drop this whole ring thing, or man up and win another one.
Well, that might be Kraft's only option because Putin claims it was a gift and the ring has now turned up on display at the Kremlin Library. So let's cross to Clark Richards, who joins us from the Kremlin. Now, Clark, oh, Jesus, what are you doing?
I'm getting the ring back.
No, but Nick says the best thing is just to leave it there.
Oh no, Tom. If we do that, the bully wins. I've got to do this for the little man.
For billionaire Robert Kraft. Okay, well, where exactly are you in the Kremlin?
I'm in the library where Putin keeps all state gifts. I can see all the things he's accidentally kept when someone showed him. The watches he's received when people have given him the time, the road maps from tourists asking for directions, the photos of his friends' kids. Tom, it's worse than we'd ever imagined. I gotta get that ring.
Okay, well, how are you going to do that?
Oh, Kraft gave me the same game plan that the New England Patriots used to win the Super Bowl back in 2005. It's a classic wraparound, Tom. I call Hut 22, Hut 22, and we launch the offensive blitz.
Oh, what is the offensive blitz?
I don't know, Tom. I don't really get American football.
Okay, well, say hi to Pussy Riot for me, Clark. Good night.